Luke has the experience, so that's probably why he takes 1 hour to do, what others are doing in 10. So myself and Luke worked very closely together, and it was a pleasure. Luke is very good at telling you that he doesn't disagree, but giving you alternatives that are easy to fulfill. So it keeps the flow going, and you don't get stuck, which is what was happening with the previous company that I tried. So we'd come up against an obstacle. Okay, the company needs to change in some way, but they had a rigorous idea of how that should be, and we just couldn't find common ground. Whereas Luke is very good at finding solutions that are going to work for the business, which is massively important. So the whole process. The other thing is that Luke is quite happy to do a lot of the work himself. And I find that, in an hour that Luke bills me, he does 10 hours worth of work that another company may have taken to do the same work. He's just efficient in the way that he does things, which is great because it makes the whole process very easy. Yeah, you get that one-on-one. You don't have somebody's underling, coming to do a lot of legwork. That, Luke has the experience, so that's probably why he takes 1 hour to do, what others are doing in 10, is because he has the experience and he knows exactly, he's effective with his time, So, and in reality, it's massively cost effective as well, So win-win. Luke can converse with the guy driving the forklift as well as he can converse with the CEO of the company. So that's also massively beneficial, So we had multiple training sessions where Luke took, quite varied groups of staff and started to educate it. That's a process that's going to take time. But it's not like I had to go somewhere else to get that training, It's great that Luke's versatile enough to be able to take care of all of those aspects. So I think ISO, is a good business tool. It's a good way to run your business. There's a reason it's such a widely used management system. So internally, we've benefited massively from the processes that we've put in place and the checks and balances that we've put in place. Another area that I find is massively beneficial with Luke being involved in not only the process but also the audits, and not somebody with less experience, is that he really challenges us in the audits. It's not just a tick box process, which I've been through many audits before where the guys are just coming along to tick a few boxes, which is not beneficial for anybody. So when we have our audits, it's a real challenge, and he puts us under pressure, and I find that almost always there's some benefit that comes from that. Luke also takes care of our customer feedback for us, which is really good, because I've found in the past when you have your own internal customer feedback mechanisms like a website, that sends out like SurveyMonkey, that sends out a survey. Firstly, it's very hard to get engagement. Nobody ever fills out a SurveyMonkey, and then you can't really rely on that the people are being genuine. So Luke has a really good service where he takes a big sample size of your customers, and he arranges for them to be contacted directly. And we've had some really good feedback that way, which has led to us having to make some improvements and really understanding what our customers are not happy about and what they are happy about, which has worked really well for us as well. The way that he's able to offer such a cost-effective service is great, and I think that's, as far as Malta's not the first time I've been involved in ISO. I've been involved in ISO for 25 years in business, and it always costs a fortune, and it always takes a massive amount of people to get it done, And this is the first time I've ever been involved with somebody that is super cost effective and effective in how quickly it can get done, you know. So for sure, would definitely recommend Luke.